Hey everybody, it's Ben Murphy. I'm a realtor with eXp Realty here in Lexington, Kentucky. Welcome back to Living in Lexington, channel where we talk about everything it means to live in Lexington, Kentucky and all the surrounding areas. Today we are going back to Lexington and we are actually going to do another top neighborhood series. And today we're going to go to a very special neighborhood, one that I had really enjoyed driving around and getting to learn a little bit more about. And that subdivision, ladies and gentlemen, is called Greenbrier. Let's get to it. Hey everybody, alright, so we are actually looking at Greenbrier, but we're looking on nextdoor.com. If you've never been to nextdoor.com, I've talked about it in all my previous videos when it comes to doing neighborhoods, and this is a really cool one. It's almost like an official website slash Facebook group for your neighborhood, and you could talk about the average age for the homeowner. 92% are all homeowners. You got minimal renters, if any renters at all. 595 residents, and Greenbrier's 2022 favorites. It talks about automotive services, pet smart. Like it's a really cool neighborhood, and you can pretty much find just about any neighborhood in the United States on this website. I will be honest, it doesn't have them all, especially if it's a brand new subdivision, like built maybe within the last year. They do try to keep up to date. I know that because I've seen some where they weren't on, and then a month later they were on the website. So just check it on if it just in case. But yeah, they do lost and found, classified, recommendations. I always just like to let people know before we kind of like jump into it. But it also can give you just a little bit of the landscape of where it is and what it is. It is a beautiful drive. You will get to see that for yourself when we go on this as well. Greenbrier Golf Country Club is a fantastic country club. Hear incredible reviews about it, and we're gonna hop over actually to Google Maps so you can get a little bit of a bigger view. This is close to that Hamburg Pavilion area that I have mentioned many times before in previous videos. It is an incredibly sought after area. This is actually going to be just to the outside of that area, though. We're kind of flirting with the Clark County, Fayette County line here. I want to say you're close to here. I mean, where Fayette County ends and it becomes Clark County. So I always tell my buyers, your money does go a little further the further away from Lexington you get. A $300,000 house in Fayette County, where Lexington is going to be very different from a $300,000 house, say, in like Georgetown or Winchester. So when you do decide to kind of come, and I'm actually going on a huge tour of showings tomorrow with some clients, we're going to go look at Georgetown for sales, Lexington, and Winchester. So they're going to get to see what all the different houses look like in all the different areas, and it's all in the same price range. So you'll get to see what houses look like in the different areas, and you can actually do that by watching some of these videos. I've got videos from Georgetown for sales, Richmond, Lexington. You can kind of compare and contrast what the prices and the ranges and square footage and all that stuff looks like. But Greenbrier easily is one of the best neighborhoods, top neighborhoods. It's been here forever. A lot of the homes were built back in the 70s, so they've been here for a very long time, but they are still incredible to look at, and you'll see that when we go on this tour. I will kind of just focus on this area real quick. Just again, if you've never watched my videos before, I want to make sure you kind of understand what this area is. This is not necessarily a super duper mall shopping area. There is plenty of shopping. I am going to be honest with you. If I zoom in, you got Costco, which I love. I'm a huge fan of because it's just an easy on and off highway drive for me. You got Cabela's, you got At Home, which if you are a decorator, you like to decorate your homes throughout the year with the different holidays, the different seasons, you got to check them out. They are a fantastic spot as well. And of course, you got Target. If I zoom in, you'll see more and more stores pop up. So, okay, you got Shoe Warehouse, Dick's Sporting Goods, Five Below, Kohl's, Ross Dress for Less, Bob's Discount Furniture. There's just a lot of stuff going on, and I know there's more in here. So, again, I'm going to zoom in just a little bit more. Boom, Best Buy, PetSmart. It just goes on and on and on. BD's Mongolian Grill. I'm a fan of that. My wife and I, we don't go there that often, but we do enjoy it when we can. Joella's Hot Chicken. I've done a video about them. If you haven't, you need to go check that out. It's probably one of my first videos I've ever done. It's some of the best fried chicken you're going to find in Lexington, Kentucky. I did enjoy it. I gotta find a reason to go back. The local taco, I did a video about them not too long ago. They do have great food. I got to meet the chef and the owner. He's a fantastic guy. Really living the American dream here in Kentucky. And as again, keep going. You got Myers. You got Frisch's Big Boy. Myers, for those of you who don't know, it is just like a Walmart, but it's based out of Michigan. They've got a few stores in Kentucky, a lot in Ohio. Real Midwest chain, but I think they're nicer. I think they're cleaner. I did work there about 10, 15 years ago when I was younger, and I did enjoy it. So, but as I keep moving and moving and moving, like once you come across Man of War, which is kind of one of the major roads here, you're going to see you got Malone's, which is easily one of the best restaurants in the Lexington area. Harry's Bar and Grill, which is right next door, which is actually kind of connected. Then you got Drake's, which is a fantastic spot as well. This is just a really, really, really cool spot of Lexington, just because there's so much in it in a small square radius area. I mean, you got the traditionals: McDonald's, Wendy's, Arby's, KFC, Waffle House, all the fun jazz, and then there's tons of hotels over here as well. Now remember, like this is a little bit of a drive. We're a couple miles away from Greenbrier. I mean, this is probably a 5 to 10 minute drive, if that. I mean, it's a pretty quick drive off Winchester Road. You can take Man of War right here all the way in, or you can take Winchester Road, which is kind of cool. If you work in downtown Lexington, Winchester Road will actually take you all the way to downtown Lexington. My wife actually sometimes takes Winchester Road all the way into the University of Kentucky, which is right here in the center of the town. So you can kind of see Greenbrier. It's secluded. It's very quiet. You'll hopefully get to kind of see that as we drive. I try to keep some of the landscape shots in there. Homes are spread out. You're not necessarily on top of each other. It is a really cool, sought after neighborhood. Not too many homes sell there. It's so when one comes up, you gotta be ready to go. I do have a client who is looking for a home in that area. Luckily, he's in that price range, and when one comes up, we will be ready to jump all over it, and hopefully it fits everything that he needs. So again, I can keep going and going and going in this section as to why kind of what more and more people are jumping in here and trying to come in here. I've done videos about Andover Forest. I need to do more down here where Brighton East. Brighton East is a really nice area, and I've driven by there many times and seen tons of beautiful homes in there. But again, you got Ramsey's Diner, which is one of our top 10 restaurants. If you're in the area, you got to check them out. They do serve that great Southern food that everyone looks for. And so, again, I can keep going and going and going down this main road, and more and more stuff to talk about. So let's jump in the car. Let's go check out these homes so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. Hey everybody, before we get to that video tour, do me a quick favor. Please go ahead and click that like button for us. It helps get these videos out there and helps spread our channel, especially for those who are trying to learn a little bit more about living in Lexington and all the surrounding areas. If you're one of those people, then you got to hit that subscribe button. It's going to notify you every single time we post a video. We're doing up to 3 or 4 a week at this point, so please go ahead and click that button if you haven't already. Let's get to the tour. everybody, that does it for today's video. If you stuck around for the ending, I do appreciate it. Go ahead and click that like button if you haven't already. Go ahead and click the subscribe button, that subscribe button if you haven't so already, and you'll be notified every time we post a new video. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you again so much for watching. I do appreciate it. This is Ben Murphy. I'm a realtor with eXp Lexington here in Lexington, Kentucky. Thanks for watching, everybody. Y'all have a good day.